I'm sorry, I didn't see you come in. You know, in a lot of ways, coaching is very similar to cooking. You take a variety of ingredients and using your knowledge and skills and techniques, try and bring them all together, to create something satisfying and pleasing for your guests. Of course, in both disciplines, if you're stuck with, frankly, either shitty chefs or terrible ingredients, all you're really going to do is make a big old mess, waste your time, and potentially could lead to somebody ending up in hospital. So, welcome to Blunt's News, episode 2, where we're going to deep dive into the pantry that is the Essex Blades to find out whether or not we're rolling with the finest meats and herbs and spices the world can offer, or if we've got some questionable prawns, which you can't remember when you bought, and some slimy mushrooms that you found at the back of the fridge. So, welcome, as I say. First off, just a huge thank you to everyone who's got in touch following the first video. You know what, I did it just messing around. Like this one, it's going to be totally one shot. Let's just see what happens. And I thought, you know what, there'll be a couple of people as sad as me that might find it interesting. And I was just so humbled. It was just so nice, honestly, to hear from, probably close to a dozen of you who have messaged, dropped me an email, dropped me a WhatsApp. And on a personal level, it's just been really cool finding out what you're all up to work-wise, family. So really, really pleased. So thank you for taking the time to both watch and then sort of get in touch. So it'd be great to hear from more of you. I am feeling a little under the weather, so that's why my voice might falter a little bit. But anyway, let's get into it. So last time we were talking about the come and try session, and the guys had done a sterling job getting a load of names at the Freshers Fair sign up, which was brilliant. On come and try, this is now 2 Sundays ago, we had about 35, I think it was, show up, which was a little bit disappointing in some regards. But as I've said to the players, one of the things that has shocked me the most is how rusty I am. I'm starting to shake the ring rust off a bit, but there's no getting away from it. Having not coached for sort of 6-7 years, you forget a lot of stuff in terms of scheme, in terms of practice organisation, especially when I last coached, it was in the senior game. So whilst I was somewhat disappointed, firstly, you know what, actually, if 60 or 70 people had turned up, would we have had as good of a session? Unlikely, especially seeing as, it was the first time that I'd met some of my coaches, so I didn't even know what as a staff we were even capable of. So there was that, but then also as well, which was good, is the standard of talent is very, very high, which was brilliant. So we had sort of 35 guys, 37, I don't know, something like that. But it was kind of the right 37. Not a single one, genuinely, you looked at and thought, I don't know how I'm going to get you on the field. You looked at all of them, and we had some monsters there. Real sort of man size, man strength, gym strength. We had athleticism, we've got speed, a lot of cross sport athletes as well. So actually it worked out probably as well as we could do. Come and try, as I'm sure you all remember, is a bit of a weird one, trying to get that balance between coaching and selling the sport and having fun. And with us having so little time, we tried to make it as game focused as possible. So we did a lot of flag football basically. So it was good. So subsequently we've then had, I think, 5 sessions, a little bit mixed to say the least. The first Tuesday, just typical, it was heavy rain, thunderstorms, so we lost about an hour of practice to lightning, which even Neil, God bless him, was gracious enough to say that in the 15 years he's been coaching there, they didn't lose any time to lightning. So I managed to find a new one, literally in, space of, 1 session, which was incredibly frustrating. We've also lost time because the SU didn't put the floodlights up for us one evening. So, of course, they meander over at a pace that, makes St John's ambulance medics look fast, so they come sidling over. So we lost time there. But on the whole, it's been more positive than frustrating. Like I said, we've only had 5 sessions. It is hard because, and a few of you, sorry, jumping around, a few of you have asked about who my fellow coaches are, and I'll probably do something on that tomorrow when we're all together. We've got quite a lot of numbers, but not everyone can make every session, and some of them I've never really met before, so we're still trying to figure out who can do what. And obviously during practice, that's not always the best time to sit down and say, oh, right, okay, Scrappy, do what, what are you good at? What can you do? And you try and talk in the week, but the proof of the pudding's in the eating. So that's been difficult to try and find what we want to do as a team in practice, how the coaches can fit into that, what's best for the players, what's best for the team, so it's been a little bit mixed. On the whole, attendance has been okay. It's been pretty solid. I mean, all the returners are happy. They've never seen so many people at a practice. From my point of view, some sessions were a bit on the light side. Last Sunday was particularly weak, but it was the NFL weekend, so it's incredibly tedious as a coach when, you got half a dozen guys, I'm not going to be at practice, got the NFL, and you sort of think, but what are you going to do? I mean, they've bought their tickets. They would have bought those ages ago. It is what it is. We've had a couple of very, very strong sessions, and whilst, as I said to you before, I think the kit situation is pretty positive. So we're able to kit up about actually 30 at the moment. We're waiting on a few bits and bobs like cheek pads to come in to hopefully reinvigorate, for want of a better word, some of the other lids. So I think it was week before Thursday, we had a very, very, very strong session. I think that was probably the first time we got most people in kits. We started doing like an inside run look, which was great. Then Sunday was a bit weak. Tuesday was fine. Then on this Thursday just gone, I'm not feeling very well. And I said to the guys, look, it's not a brilliant turnout. It's about 30. Let's just get everyone in kit. Let's just go whole part whole. Let's start scrimmaging. And if there's anything that we want to stop and split up about and work on some fundies, we can do. Otherwise, let's just see what happens. And to be honest, that's what we did. So we scrimmaged for basically 2 hours. Irritatingly, and again, it's probably me and the coaches being very exacting, but certainly on the line, we've got a very, very, very strong core of probably 7, but centre's a bit of a problem. So that seems to change every bloody practice. And truth be told, a couple of the guys that we've got practicing there who are true rookies, funny enough, they're not totally great. They haven't got it nailed yet. So Thursday was very much on the sort of the mental roller coaster, between 1 minute you look at a play and you think, yeah, we've got this, we're really getting somewhere. Then we have 2 bad snaps on the row and you think, oh, for fuck's sake, And then the third snap's brilliant, but then the running back goes the wrong way, and you sit there and you just think, okay, if we had a game tomorrow, we might be in trouble. But luckily we don't. So we've got more time to try and find out who our best 11 are. It's starting to take shape. We've got some unreal talent floating around. So we've just got to try and keep pushing forwards to get that done. It's just difficult. We've got so many rookies. It's, so tomorrow we've got a scrimmage with the Gladiators who are coming down to give us a look, which we're really appreciative of. But, it's looking like the offense will probably have 9 true rookies. Tomorrow will be 10 because our quarterback's not there tomorrow. So we've got the backup quarterback, who is the backup to already a rookie quarterback. So this rookie, who's also normally a defensive back or slot receiver, he's going to do a great job. He's going to do the best he can. But there's no getting away from it. We're probably going to start with 5 rookie O-linemen, a rookie quarterback, 3 out of 4 rookies at skill positions in terms of receivers and whatnot, and then the fullback. Okay, he is a really good returner, but you guys will know what it's like. You know, you've got 11 guys on offense, and if each one makes 2 mistakes in a game, that's almost half your offensive snaps down the pan. So yeah, I'm not trying to make myself into a bad mood, you know, put myself into a bad mood, but that's the angst. You know, you guys get it. You remember that angst ahead of the first game, which is next week. Are we any good? Are they going to be any good? Will it come together on the night? You know, and like I say, 1 minute, I think we're much closer than we are further away. Then other times you look at it and you think, oh, Lord above. But you know what? Like I say, tomorrow it's going to be a great opportunity. Let's just see if we can get everybody lining up, going when they should go, looking after the football, doing the fundamentals. Defensively, we're very athletic. We've done very little defensive scheme, which is a bit of a concern. But we have got a few more returners on defence. We have got some athleticism. We have got some size. And I'm hoping that will just make up for a multitude of sins. So there we go. So that's it for today. Hopefully that gives you a bit of an idea of where we're at. So tomorrow, we're going to be scrimmaging with the Gladiators. Hopefully I'll get a few clips and videos and stuff put together. And I want to do something to introduce the coaching staff. So I think that's about it. So, you know, in terms of our pantry, I think we've got more fine meats rather than old gristly bits. But I guess it's on the old head coach here, you know, the head chef to bring it all together. I don't know. But thanks for viewing. Please get in touch, guys. Have a fantastic end to your weekend and hopefully speak to you all soon. Toodaloo. Bye-bye.